So I'm going to go on a bike ride with Rob. First thing you get to do is ride in his really cool car. Pump up your tire, you put on a little suntan cream, and guess what? You're ready to roll. And then they talk about the course. So Rob was going with some of his friends and they said, "Hey, Rob, I want to show you this new route. It's the toughest climb in Big Bear." It took a long time to get to the climb, and then we got on the climb, and by the top of the climb, I was feeling like this. Oh yeah, I was seeing stars. And then we got to the single track, and guess what? It was uphill also. I was still seeing stars. Then things started, after about 1,000 feet of elevation gain, things started to get fun. And we got on the roly-poly part. And you go a little down and you go a little up. Yeah, this is why you came. We were riding along, just having a great time. Through the trees, you get to go through the pine trees, and then all of a sudden, we hit a Saturday traffic jam. You better pull over. Hey, you guys, coming through. Oh, I can't get through. Oh, alright. Crikey, I couldn't make that final rock. Well, after they got through, we're back on the road again. Excuse me, Rock. Okay. Yahoo! Well, like most mountain biking endeavors, you ride along, and then you finally get to a powwow point where everybody kind of stops and regroups and chats about what's ahead. So we kind of took a view and we kept on going, but we're going to come to a trail junction, and here we're going to have to talk it over again. About this time, Rob turned around, took a good look at me, and said, "Hey, Joe, do you feel okay? You look a little green." Well, after he said that, our leader said, "Hey, boys, listen up. I'm going to tell you how to get to the next point. First, you go down, you turn right at the first sugar pine. Once you go to the sugar pine, you find a Douglas fir, get the third pine cone, turn right, go through the manzanita, turn left at the buckwheat bush, go over the rock, around the tree stump, and there you are. That's the trailhead. Hope you find it." Well, the only thing we could do was saddle up and follow him. We get going down this great fire road for a little bit. We're looking for that sugar pine. I think we're going to turn left at the junction, going for a manzanita, going through a buckwheat bush, and pretty soon we came to the trailhead. If it wasn't for that old stump, we never would have found it. Well, Rob kept going. He's going through the chaparral up on top, and it's a beautiful ride, although it's starting to get a little hot. Yeah, Rob was rocking it new school. He's got on those clip-on pedals, and we found a really nice little ferny glen. Nice downhill through there. We're going along, and we finally get to the next meetup point. Now that was really fun. And if it had been a little earlier in the year, we would have seen a lot of flowers and flowering plants, and it would have been really cool. Well, that's the end of Powerline Run. We're back on the road again, and guess what, Joe? A little more uphill. Hey, you're still looking a little green. There's nothing but uphill here in Big Bear. So we finally get to our junction, and this is Miss Saigon, I think is the name of the trail. And this is where we bid our friends goodbye, because they're going on for a bigger loop. They are going to continue on because there's more uphill. But Rob and I are going to call it a day. So thanks a lot for taking us on this ride. We'll see you, James. Bye, Leo. Give him a wave, Joe.
It's always good.
Bye.
See you
Okay, Rob, let's go. So we took off, went down this beautiful little ferny glen. Rob decided, hey, this would be a great place to take a picture, and it was. So we stopped and we took a picture, and we started back on the trail, and watch out for that rock. What rock? That rock. Yeah, there's a lot of rocks in that rock. So anyway, found a little rock obstacle. Didn't want to try and ride it because it looked like the landing area might be a bit, how shall we say, rocky? Yes, note to self. Rocks are hard. So anyway, Rob was kind enough to let me muscle on by him. Hey Rob, let me go first. And so I took off down the trail. Yeah! Well, we finally finished the Miss Saigon trail. We're back on the road and we're looking for a way to get back to town. So on the way down, we found a beautiful place to stop and take a view. You could almost see Mount Whitney. Well, maybe not, but that's Big Bear Lake. We're looking for Town Trail. We never found it, so we kind of came out far to the west. And it was a long ride back on the highway until we got back to Carl's Jr. And now it's time to wrap this thing up. So now we get to get back into Rob's cool car, because there's nothing like taking a long bike ride and then sitting in the car with your knees bent for about an hour and a half. Yeah, that really helps the cramps when you're done with a long ride. And now Rob's got to figure out how to do this Rubik's Cube. Okay, orange, twist, left, and down, and pull the handle. Okay, good enough. Now I'm going to put my bike on, and it just fits right in here, Joe. See? Oh! What the heck? This is like, it's wrestling with me. Well, anyway, he finally got it on there. I gave him a hand. And then he said, okay, Joe, let's see if you can solve this puzzle. Bloop. Fits like a glove. Yes. Perfect end to the perfect ride. Got a little dust all over my gloves. It was time to say goodbye, Big Bear. Goodbye. Jump back into Rob's cool car and let those legs freeze up for an hour and a half ride back home. All right. See ya. That's what it's like with a bike ride with Rob.